For Trent Dilfer, the day the Rams hired Sean McVay as their head coach was cause for celebration. "I was thrilled to death," the 14-year NFL veteran and former ESPN analyst says. That's because Dilfer has known Los Angeles quarterback Jared Goff since 2012, when he was a high school passer invited to the Nike Elite 11 camp that Dilfer has run for the past 7 years. As someone deeply invested in Goff's football success, Dilfer viewed the chance for one of his pupils to work with the former Washington offensive coordinator as the best news imaginable. "I told Jared, you do everything they ask you to do, and more because you're one of the lucky ones," Dilfer says. "You turned a shit sandwich into an ice cream cone just by who's coaching you." The Rams traded nearly an entire year's worth of draft capital to move up 14 spots and take Goff with the number 1 overall pick in 2016. The former Cal standout spent the first 9 games of his career backing up journeyman Case Keenum, but was thrust into action after Los Angeles opened last season 4-5, scored 10 points or fewer in 5 separate outings, and ran down the clock on Jeff Fisher's head coaching tenure. Then Goff's debut proved disastrous. Since 2000, only 11 quarterbacks have finished a season with at least 200 attempts and a lower amount of yards per attempt than Goff's 5.31. The Rams lost all 7 games in which he started, being outscored 221-85. Fisher was fired in December, and many wrote Goff off as a lost cause. The most important challenge McVay and his offensive staff, a group that includes coordinator Matt LaFleur and quarterbacks coach Greg Olsen, faced upon arriving in LA was fixing the player whom the franchise had spent a fortune to acquire. Through 2 games, tiny slivers of hope have begun to emerge. During the Rams' 1-1 start, Goff has completed 2/3 of his passes and averaged 9.8 yards per attempt. He's thrown for 530 yards with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Most encouraging, the Rams have 12 recorded completions of 20-plus yards, second to only the Patriots, equaling their total from Goff's 7 starts last season. A sample size of 2 games in the putrid Colts defense that the Rams picked apart in Week 1 should justifiably temper expectations, but there's no mistaking that this year's version of Goff has been a competent NFL quarterback. His concerning rookie habits have occasionally surfaced, yet he's also shown flashes of increased comfort and command. Dilfer's optimism was warranted. McVay's presence has given Goff, and by extension, the Rams, a chance to compete.